started in March 2012, and our goal is to try and improve the spirit of entrepreneurship here on campus. What are some of the specific goals that we have are to work with the Technology and Commercialization Office in providing recommendations on what students want and what students need that will help them become entrepreneurs and start their own companies. We also want to work with students in seeing what we can give you from the Student Commercialization Board itself, or what education we can give to students, and helping make you know more about commercialization and entrepreneurship. As a first event that we came up with was a series of workshops, which we're branding as the CoStart Workshops. The workshops are, right now we have a 10-part series planned out. Today is the kickoff of the first one. What we want to do in these 10-part series is go through the roadmap of coming up with an idea to actually starting a company and provide students at Ohio State with the information, some of the resources that they require to go from an idea to a company or to a commercialized company. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to ask Brian Cummings, who is the Senior Vice President for Technology and Commercialization here at Ohio State, joined us recently, less than a year ago if I'm correct, and has turned the space. I know a lot of us are from Dries Labs, or have offices in Dries Labs. This is way cooler than that, isn't it? It is? Dries Labs is awesome. I'm on camera now. All right, well, without further ado, Brian.
As BJ said, my name's Brian Cummings, and the university's really prioritized commercialization and knowledge transfer. So the Board of Trustees and President Key are really trying to make this a priority. How we get our ideas to market, how we make an impact from the student ideas, from our research ideas, everything that comes out of the colleges, everything that comes out of our institutes and centers. We have the ability through translational research, through student startups, through faculty startups, through new types of business opportunities and joint ventures, how we return value back to the university. So our job is to really look at it from an all-encompassing standpoint of how we do this much better, because the university hadn't done it very well before. So one of these initiatives are to see how we interact with students. I mean, there's great brain trust here with our student population, our 13,000 plus graduate students that we have. And from your survey, I mean, you said that almost, I think it's 50% of students have an interest in starting companies. So we felt the need to make sure that we catered to those opportunities. How do students connect? How do students find money? How do students find grant opportunities? How do they find a CEO? How do they prototype an app? So all those things are things that we want to help facilitate. So there's very few opportunities. There's very few ideas that if they don't have a critical mass and a grassroots opportunity behind them, that we won't entertain. So we really do want this to be a grassroots type program. We want you to learn, and we want you to impart wisdom and tell your friends and your peers and how we make connections more easily and more seamlessly. And we started the Student Commercialization Board really for that purpose of, go out, get a collective group of people that are passionate and interested about student opportunities, about entrepreneurship, starting companies, taking ideas to marketplace, and what do you need from us? So they make those recommendations. They have monies to start programs, they have opportunities, we'll provide more monies and resources, but we're doing this right now. We have internships, as we said, we have easily 50 plus interns in different programs. We'll get hundreds of interns involved in our programs, hundreds of students involved in the new competitive programs, the ideation centers that we're doing, partnerships with companies, we're doing joint ventures with healthcare companies and dairy companies right now. All have student opportunities and internship opportunities attached to them. But we really do want to be a resource for very good ideas and make connections for them. So if there's something you want to pass on to the board, or an idea you think, or maybe it's just your own singular idea of, I really think I have this cool idea for an app, or, if I can only detect, faults in wires, certain areas. We hear ideas all over the place. And that's where we start this, and we tell you, great idea, or that's a good idea, it's already been done, so you might want to rethink the idea. But if it's a good idea, we can help you formulate it or start a company around it. We're connected at Tech Columbus. We'll provide a research opportunity. Dan's working on a software prototyping center right now. We never collected software ideas. We have 50 plus ideas without even turning on the spigots of potential startup opportunities. So how do we prototype software? How do we get the right people involved? How do we get design involved to really make better products? the designers are really key. So we try to get design in engineering. We're definitely getting design in medicine, and we get design in ag. So it's not enough to just have a good idea. It's how do you design it properly? How do you design it with the consumer in mind? How do you get the right funding? And then how do you get the right talent? And that is not an easy thing to do. I mean, there's a reason why it's a 90% failure rate for startup companies. We'd like to get that down to 50% or 40% just by giving you the right opportunities, if you're so inclined to do that. If not, there's, again, what we talked about, there's just a lot of student opportunities that we're going to build for you and for your colleges and for the groups and centers. But we really do want to be a connection, but you should utilize the board that's in place and how you utilize that group, because we're kind of a clean slate right now, so we'd love your feedback and love your ideas as far as how we're building this, because we're building this for you. So with that, I will turn the time over to Ray. Ray's the director of the Technology Commercialization Office, and he came to us from the University of Texas at Austin, so a very entrepreneurial place, and Ray is a wealth of energy and creative ideas, so he's another good person to tap into.
So just so you know, when we talk about taking ideas to market, one of the things is important to know is success breeds success, right? And there's success by association. And it's important to be able to have the roadmap tools to be able to help guide you in that process. It could come in the form of mentors, it could come in the form of people that not only just providing money, but also providing, if you will, the expertise, the resources, the blueprint to be able to help with some of that. Then there are also those different types of areas where the success oftentimes comes when you end up having 2 or 3 different collaborators working together, because you may be the subject matter expert in one particular area, but you need to be able to have somebody else to help basically bring it to life, to put it together. But it also comes when you have that first customer. Then you know that you're onto something. But the first customer isn't always enough, is it? It's being able to then be able to understand, well, can I scale this thing? Can I end up making this thing, whatever it is that I have, product, service, whatever it is, can I end up scaling this to where it's sustainable? That means where I can pay myself, and I can end up not only employing myself, but maybe even a couple other people to be able to really have a bona fide, viable business that'll last for a period of time. And then success has a different aspect. Even from the very beginning of any type of venture or any type of activity, it's what does success look like to you? You know, success for you may be having a company that you end up working on for a number of years and you have a liquidity, some type of cash out of it. Success may be where you know, I'm going to ride this thing for the first 1.5 years, 2 years, and I'm going to punch out, or I'm going to bring on so-and-so to help drive this organization forward. Success may be where you end up building it to a certain particular type of prototype. You get somebody else that has the relationship that helps you to be able to know who to be able to parlay it to from a distribution standpoint. It may be, success may be strictly getting that alpha prototype put together and then saying, I'm now going to partner with the appropriate parties to help you get it to that next step. So success comes in many different aspects. But the biggest thing is we want to be able to take those ideas, nurture them, take that intellectual capital, that know-how that you have, you possess, and be able to parlay that, to translate that into something that is actionable, something that can end up benefiting society, something that can end up helping to be able to make a difference. So part of those things is not allowing your ideas to remain idle. It's being able to say, you know, I may not know all the steps, but I want to be able to know, I want to learn, I want to know how to do this. And the reason I'm saying those things is because it's a real honor for me to be at the Ohio State University working with Brian Cummings, because in our field, with no blowing smoke, I'm telling you, the straight facts are, Brian has, from the days from UT to Utah to here, was recruited because he's the best of the best. He expects us to be able to have.
Sounds like blowing smoke.
Yeah, sounds like. Okay, so
I was going to say that's a little shiny.
it should be shiny.
No raise.
It should be shiny because from the Lone Star State to Utah to the Ohio State, let me tell you something. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is you want to be able to have what we call the best of breed, the best in class, the best practices. And so what this commercialization board, this student commercialization board is doing is they want to be able to have that best in breed for you. And so this is just the first series of many different things that are going to be starting to just run across this campus. Because let me tell you something. Intellectual property, commercialization, the knowledge of transfer this in its infancy at the Ohio State University. You are the change agents. You are the ones that are helping to change the culture. Believe it or not, whether you graduate today, next week, or in a few years, you're the ones that are helping to be able to, and you'll have an opportunity to also help to mentor and to help other people as well. And so we want to be able to utilize that through this network. So let me just, if I can, get to, boy, I don't like these things. So,
And if you have questions or comments, or you want to throw out an idea, please do. I mean, this is going to be an open discussion of ideas and how we interact together. And, I mean, there really aren't any bad ideas or bad questions, because we've heard them all. So, and yours can't be any worse than the ones you've already heard, so please throw them all.
I'm gonna remember that and go buy ideas. Well, next time I come in your office.
I didn't say to you.
Oh.
But when I was talking about Brian, where he was, we thought we were doing a good job when we were starting 20 companies a year in Texas. What Brian was doing was light years ahead of that. Where we are here is we're in that infancy stage. But that's an exciting place to be. It's an exciting place to be because there's so much momentum that we can end up achieving and working on together. And I share that with you because there is a roadmap. So obviously, what is tech commercialization and knowledge transfer? Hey, you know this is the plug, okay? I have to be able to tell you a little bit about what we do. And I hope you understand that at my age, I am real excited. I am like a kid in a candy shop, okay? And you bring the candy, and that's the bottom line, because you guys know what's happening in terms of what can make impact. So some of the different types of things that our office is about, I'm not going to bore you with the details. One of the things, it's student-driven, as Brian said. I wanted to be able to share this slide because it helps depict some of the culture that goes around here. We want to be able to have you guys and everybody else that comes through the Ohio State University, love to be able to see for every orientation meeting, when they're walking you as a freshman and they have the parents with you. I still remember that day. I remember when the first time with our son, we were both trying to act cool. With my daughter, I was boo-hooing, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I just couldn't believe it, And so, I know, you're not young. But the bottom line is, we have an energetic, fun, exciting environment here. I want you guys to be a part of that. I want you to be a part of the process because it's that passion that you have, it's that intellectual prowessness, the drive. Those are part of the requirements for commercialization. They're going against what typically is just, I'll purchase this. No, let me innovate and create something that is improved or maybe is transformative. Okay?
And one thing that we talk about is, people think we drag ideas to success, but that's the way a lot of people think about their ideas. It's how do I make it successful? But it's a great skill in learning how to kill your idea. So we look at it as, can we kill it at the next milestone? So everything's milestone based. What do you got to prove out? Does this actually work? Does anybody want it? Can I actually prototype it? Is it cost effective? And every one of those points we say, you should be thinking, can I kill this idea? Can I kill this idea? Instead of saying, can I drag this thing along to success? Because you get into a path of thinking